Good afternoon, everybody. I am Brian. This is my channel, Chords and Notes. It is a beautiful October 30th day, and today I'm going to be resuming my audiobook reviews after one day break. Yeah. So, last night I listened to The Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett, produced by Blackstone Audio. This is actually an audio dramatization of the story. As far as I know, it was written as a book. Most definitely it was made into a film. But this is the audio dramatization. Much like, I don't know if many of you are familiar with theatrical history, but prior to television, radio was the main modes of communication and entertainment. And so oftentimes you would have audio dramatizations that were broadcast over the radio waves, much like, kind of like a theater. At any rate, that's what this is. And boy, oh boy, was I surprised. Wow. First of all, I didn't realize it was an audio dramatization until I put it in and started listening to it. And then when I did, what a joy. What an absolute joy. I was just pleased throughout. It's only 3 CDs long, 3.5 hours worth of listening pleasure. Once you get used to the fact that you're listening to a dramatization and just kind of settle into that fact and kind of go with it. For me, that was just a real wonderful treat. The actors they did their job extremely well. There was nothing that I was confused about in the story. I liked some of the things I liked is there were, let me tell you a little bit about the story first before I tell you what I liked about it. It's a story about a Maltese Falcon, and that's actually a statue that was made out of gold and jewels, and was presented to the King of Spain as a token of appreciation from basically some crusaders that originally started out as medics during the Crusades, the late Crusades, and they had to turn into warriors to defend themselves, and they were pretty. Was it the Church of St. John's, or I think is where they were stationed? At any rate, when they were chased out of the Middle East by Suleiman, they had come back to Europe, and the King of Spain had granted them the island of Malta. So the Maltese Falcon, Malta, with a symbolic payment, a symbolic gesture once a year to send them a real falcon as a tax, I guess. So the first year they actually created a golden statue of a falcon encrusted with jewels, sent it to him. Then it went missing, and it's been a highly valuable treasure that's changed hands over the centuries. And then the story itself takes place, I'm going to guess somewhere in the 30s or 40s, United States, San Francisco area, when a couple of detectives are approached by a woman, and they get involved in this big elaborate scheme to get the hands on the falcon, and it's a mystery, and it just it's a big web of deceit, and it's just so fascinating to listen to. I'm not really a mystery reader, but this one definitely was. Yeah, it was good. It was a great surprise. What I liked about it the most was. And I always found myself laughing at it because it's totally unexpected. So there were times where there were fight scenes, and the the individuals involved in the fights, or the actors portraying the individuals, would actually narrate what they were doing in the fight. And then, of course, you would hear sound effects if someone was getting hit or something like that. So it just it caught me by surprise. It was a great treat, really great treat. Boy, and some Joe Cairo, oh boy, did he get his butt kicked quite a few times in that story. It was really entertaining. I laughed a lot, and I enjoyed how the mystery was unraveling towards the end. And I did not much for character development because it was just sort of it wasn't a long-term story. It was just a snapshot of time, interaction between a group of individuals. I don't know, several days, week or two, whatever it was. So I don't have much more to say about it. I really did enjoy it. I'm going to give it 4 out of 4 just because it was so enjoyable. And I would absolutely recommend this version for sure if you want to try something that would be a real treat to your ears. That's all I have. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day, and if you're trick-or-treating, get some good candy. See ya.